Now, the Malegaon blast case, all 7 accused have been acquitted by the NIA court, that includes former BJP MP Pragya Thakur, Colonel Purohit and 5 others. This is the verdict that has come in after 17 years in the case. 6 people were killed, over 100 were injured in the blast. Let's get in Majid Memon, senior advocate and former Rajya Sabha MP, for his first thoughts on it. Mr. Memon, your first reaction to the verdict that has come in, and also the argument, the basis on which the NIA court made that acquittal, when he said that suspicion not enough for conviction, benefit of doubt to accused, among several other comments and observations that were made. Your thoughts, sir?
You see, my first reaction to this verdict, long-awaited verdict for which the eyes of the whole nation were set since last couple of days, when it was announced that the judgment would be pronounced on the 31st of July. And even we were asked to opine even before the judgment came, and we gave our own expressions. My first grievance is that done to the victims, whether justice has been done to the suspects, the accused. My answer is a negative. Those who have suffered as victim of the terror act, you see, those who have suffered as an act of terror, whether they got justice because they believe that those who committed the crime are still at large, they are not arrested. Similarly,
right, sir.
Similarly, those who were accused of the offense have been found to have not committed the crime. Now they have remained for a considerable period behind bars. They have also at the same time carried the burden of serious accusations in the society for so long as 17 years. You see, the problem is therefore whether justice has been done to whom. This is a failure of our criminal justice system. Why does it take 17 long years for a special court and a special investigation team to come to conclusion in the first trial? Now this matter has not ended. It is going to go in appellate court. A whole generation passes away. Another 10 years for the High Court to decide, then another 5 years to the Supreme Court to decide. So finality will be assumed after 2 generations have passed. Is this justice, criminal justice? I am sorry to say that the first question that arises is that prolonged delay of such a long time has caused injustice to everybody, including the accused.
The Indian legal system, you're right about the fact that it's taken 17 long years. Those who were accused were now acquitted. They also lost 17 years of their life.
I may also ask a very
sir, I want to quickly now get in Mr. Eknath Shinde, who's joining us on the phone line right now. Sir, आपका पहला रिएक्शन ये मालेगांव ब्लास्ट केस में, जिसमें 7 लोगों को अक्विट कर दिया गया है. एकनाथ शिंदे जी. Okay, we'll connect with Mr. Shinde in just a bit. In seconds from now, we'll get that line up and running. That's the first reaction that will come in from the Maharashtra government. It will be extremely significant because, as I said, there are 2 aspects to this case. One is the legal process that Majid Memon was highlighting, how that itself has failed all those who were involved. And second is the politics of it, the Hindu terror aspect of it, which came to light for the first time with the Malegaon blast case, something that the BJP had raised then and continues to raise, and is likely to become a major issue today as well after the acquittal that has come in of all the 7 accused. Let's go back to Mr. Menon, and then as and when we connect with Mr. Eknath Shinde, we go back to him. Yes, Mr. Menon, the other aspect that we were talking about, the arguments that have been made, all of which did not stand legal scrutiny when the judgment was being pronounced, whether it is about the charge against the primary accused Colonel Purohit or Sadhvi Pragya.
I want to tell your viewers that regrettably, yesterday the Union Home Minister made a sweeping statement that no Hindu can ever be a terrorist, knowing it fairly well that certain Hindus were facing serious accusations for which verdict was to be pronounced the following day. Did somebody whisper into his ears that they are going to be acquitted tomorrow? This is something very serious. How could the Home Minister make such a statement on the floor of the House that no Hindus can ever be a terrorist? You see, a terrorist cannot be termed as Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, or whatever it is. A terrorist is a terrorist. A person who does not believe in God, who does not follow any religion, would be a terrorist. But how could such a statement be made on the floor of the House by such a responsible person like a Union Home Minister that no Hindu can ever be terrorist, when it was known that the verdict with regard to accusations on certain Hindus of being involved in terrorism was to be announced the following day? This is creating a serious doubt in the minds of the people. What is happening? Of course, we respect the Honorable Court and we would respect those who have been acquitted. But then this kind of a sweeping statement coming barely 24 hours before, what does it suggest?
All right, sir. We leave it there. As I said, of course, that is something that the world knows and India has all along known and continues to believe in, that terror has no religion. This case pointed out and spoke about religion as a fact in terms of those who were involved in the case, is why the politics of this became so important. Let's go back to Radhika, who's with us, joining us outside the NIA court. And already, Radhika, the politics of this case is taking over. Majid Memon pointing out and speaking about what the Home Minister had said, hinting that the politics of this case is now going to really be center stage.
Absolutely. This verdict will certainly reinforce the long-standing narrative of Hindutva terror. Some of the parties will feel vindicated and some will certainly feel embarrassed. We know for a fact that UPA, it was during the UPA regime that this entire phrase Hindu terror, saffron terror was coined, and which was completely rejected by the BJP. They had called it an attack on Hindutva. So at this point, of course, the BJP or the ruling party, or rather at this point, let's just say the accused are feeling vindicated, which is why Sadhvi Pragya Singh Thakur, during the interaction with the judge, pointed at how she had suffered over the years, how she was alienated over the years, how she was tortured by the initial probe agency, and now this verdict is the victory of Hindutva. That is what she told the judge. That is what she said in the open court after the verdict was pronounced. So this is obviously going to have a lot of political ramification implications, considering the fact that this entire terminology that of saffron terror was coined for the first time in India, which had in a sense polarized the society and community. This was completely rejected by the BJP, and it had turned into a flashpoint.
Stay with us. I'm going to get in a quick reaction from Mr. P.K. Jain, former additional ADGP of Maharashtra, joining us on the broadcast. Sir, you were the former additional DGP of Maharashtra. Under your tenure, this case has happened. It took 17 years. Your reaction to the fact that what the NIA judge, when he was pronouncing the verdict, he had some very strong comments to make about how the prosecution case completely fell apart. There was not enough evidence backing any of the charges.
Gauri, good afternoon. Thank you very much for having me here. Yes, it is a fact that the judge has made some adverse comments on the investigation. In fact, the investigation in the case was always under a bit of a cloud right from the beginning. There were two different charge sheets filed by the ATS and by the NIA. That itself is a cause of concern. However, see, the government of the time was hell-bent on naming these accused as a part of a larger conspiracy and setup. That is the saffron terrorism. It was not only evident in this particular case. In 2006, there was another bomb blast in Malegaon in which a certain set of accused had been charge sheeted. The government ensured that all those accused were discharged, and these accused who were so-called accused in 2008 case were also made accused in that case. That was one. Secondly, senior leadership of a particular party of the ruling combine at that time made no bones about it to call it a saffron terrorism. not only in this particular case, but also the case of 2611, when all the terrorists had come and they had Mauli on their hands and they had Hindu eye cards on their persons. They tried to even club that case, saying that was a case of saffron terrorism. They have fallen flat on their face. It was a very big conspiracy on the part of the ruling combine at that time, that they wanted to discredit a particular group, or they wanted to discredit a particular party which was following the Hindu agenda in politics. The case
Okay.
has been rightly acquitted by the magistrate.
Okay.
I'm sure that he has gone into detail into all the aspects of the case and taken his decision
Mr.
to acquit
Jain?
all the accused, which is, yeah. Ji.
Right.